Hello, in this CSS crash course video we're going to look at the color properties, or more specifically how to specify a color value, because there's different color properties. You could do text color, background color, border color, etc. But what we're interested in is the value that you assign it, because what we did in the index.css file, we assigned it black or white, but you can go beyond that. There are different methods for using more specific tones of colors. So first of all, let's create a div. So this is going to closing div, and I'm just going to put text in there of method 1. I'm going to put a style equals, and I'm going to leave that blank because we'll be coding that up in a moment. And what I'm going to do is put a break line, copy and paste this. So there's 6 instances of it, 5 sorry, because what the hell have I done there? Copy and paste it again, make sure it's all good. Yeah, that's all good. And now we're done. So let's just tidy this up. So by renaming it, method 2, 3, 4, and 5. First method we're going to show you is essentially the method we've already used. Don't bother yourself, or don't bother trying to think about the property that we're affecting, which is the background color. And the reason I say that is because we'll be covering all of that in a separate video. This is more about the value that you can assign to it. So the colon, and we're going to put the name of the color, so red. So this is very limited in terms of the amount of colors you can use. There's a lot there, but still nowhere near as much as customizing the color. So if I were to go to refresh, as you can see, the background is now red. Ooh, what the hell was that? That's some weird. Oh, this right here. That was the integration symbols. No, we do not want to be doing any integration in this video. So we're going to put background dash color. So the next way of using a color value we're going to show you is RGB, which means red, green, and blue. So you set a red value, green value, and a blue value, and it calculates what the color should be. So for this, what you would do is have a value between 0 and 255. So that's 256 different values for red, green, and blue. So I'm going to put 255, which is fully on, 0 and 0. So if I save that, refresh, it is now red. Another thing I'm going to show you is if I were to put this about halfway, save it, refresh, it is about half the color. And if I were to put something like 200 for the green, we've got this sort of light greenish color. If I were to change this to also 200, save that, as you can see, you've got this sort of yellowish color. So that's how you would make this sort of yellowy, almost orangey color. So I'm going to leave that as 200, 200. The next method we're going to show you for setting color values is the RGB method again, but instead of having values ranging between 0 and 255, it is using percentages, so 0 to 100%. So if I put 100%, 0, 0, and 0, save that, and refresh. Ooh, sorry, you've got to put percentage here as well. Save that, refresh, and am I even saving it? I am. So what is it not liking? Okay, before I do that, one thing I forgot to mention is that you don't need the comments here. This might actually fix it. If I were to save that, leave it, go back and hit refresh. Oh, sorry, my bad, you do need the comments, and that's what the issue is. I was thinking that it's one way or the other. I couldn't quite remember, so let's go back, refresh. So we got the red color now, and you can essentially change this so it achieves the same result, and I recommend doing that. Just experiment with it. The next method we're going to show you is the hexadecimal method. If you don't know how to use or what hexadecimals are, or recommend Googling it or asking on our education platform sonarlearning.co.uk. Very interesting stuff and very useful to note. So to start a hexadecimal, do hash, then there are 6 different values. I'm going to put FF0000, and the first 2 refer to red, next 2 refer to green, then the last 2 refer to blue. And I think you guessed it, this will be all red because hexadecimal ranges between 0 and F. There are 16 values in total in hexadecimal. So the final color value method we're going to show you is the hexadecimal one again, but the shorthand version. So if you put F00, this is the equivalent to this. So what it does, it gets each one of the 3 sections, so for red, green and blue, and you can think of it as doubling it. So if there was 1, 2, 3, it will be the equivalent of 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So if I save that, refresh, the final one has achieved the same result. You might be thinking, why would you ever want to use this method over this short method? Simply because if I were to change this to a 6, for example, this is now no longer achievable in this, because that F suggests there's 2 Fs and 2 zeros and 2 zeros. In reality, we want F6 0 0 0 0. So that's where you would want it when you want even more control. So if I save this, and let's just see what the color looks like. Yeah, it didn't really do much. Let's just change this to a 0 so it'll be noticeable. This will be half the color. Question is even that changing? Almost looks like it's not. What I'm going to do is change this to an 8, change this to an 8, change this to a 4, save it just to see. Yeah, it is updating. It's just ever so slightly. So I'm just going to go back and save that. Let's go back one more time. So yeah, that is it for colors in CSS. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on my education platform, sonarlearning.co.uk. There will be a resource with this video, which is a link to our source code and a link to the source code from every video in this series. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.